I was just so wrong to go to even return to my, chatting with friends again and all that. I know it's already been a couple of weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So I just, decided to go back with them. Just you know, responding to a lot of the messages that you know that Russ left in a whole bunch of the group chats and all that, and just to see if to try to just get through all of them as much as I could, but I didn't get through all of them, and my day is just already just as bad as it's ever been, and unfortunately, just just more of the same. And I'm telling you, it's why let me just say this first. And I even told some of the guys as I returned talking to them to the point where I'm not gonna be talking to them again. That my month of October has just been ruined. It started out, after this early, this family event that took place really early in the month, and then next thing you know, the first full week, I went as smooth as ever. It looked like it was going to be a great month, finally to get my first good month of the 2025 year. Not that it matters to the point where suddenly my 2025 year is going to be great again. It's going to be good, finally, even with just being 1 and 9 or what have you. But unfortunately, after what transpired, on that same week on Thursday, that was when everything just fell apart for me. Unfortunately, I just missed out on the boss's birthday celebration. That was supposed to be on his actual birthday. That was on a Monday, and I missed out on that. Then next thing everything else just went to shit. For just the rest of the week, and it's just been frustrating. And all of a sudden my month, just in general, it's just been ruined since. So everything just fell apart. And I know since missing out on a boss's birthday, being the only friend to miss out, not that I really want to, everything was set in stone, but all of a sudden it just became official that I couldn't even make it while everyone else made it. And I felt so bitter, and I'm still pretty bitter to this day, unfortunately. I even told the guys about it, and I just sounded really mad to the point where all of a sudden they're seeing me at my worst again. I let them know about it. It just sucks, but it's unfortunate. If it wasn't for these agenda changes and all that, I would have not been like this, to where I just just left everyone hanging, and taking 2 straight weeks of mental break just from that, as a result of all the these sudden agenda changes. Hell, I would have gotten my entire Halloween project done. Hell, I would have gotten everything done, like all my Halloween crafting projects and all that. If it wasn't for those agenda changes, I would have been done by now, or even last week. No, excuse me, the week before. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I would have gotten the boss's birthday over with, and there will be no more problems after that. But unfortunately, it just went the other way around, and just more downhill. And now, for me to return to talk to these guys again, and it's just nothing, just getting better here and there. This just goes to show, I just think that I need more time away from these guys, and I do. I just totally regret coming back, and now they're seeing me at my worst again. And let me just say this before I close this out, man. Some people are gonna have an issue as far as me not greeting them when they're on their birthdays, And look, for the record, none of my ex-close female friends, even if we're having issues here and there, they never they never gone out of their way to, to complain that to me that I didn't greet them on their birthdays. Okay, I'm just saying. So if some people are gonna have a problem with that, look. First of all, I thought those people were just officially done. Like they just cut ties with me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the deal is, because those same people who did not greet me on my birthday, I have no reason to greet them on their birthday either. But it is what it is, man. Like if those people are gonna have, that kind of that issue with me, then you know what? That's their problem, not mine. Because I'm just being fair. If they didn't greet me on my birthday, so I didn't greet them either. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And for whatever reason, I thought those same people had just cut ties with me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know what the case is. They didn't tell me directly. Whether they told me directly or they told someone else about it. It's just, it's annoying, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, I just thought I'd share that, but, I don't got, like, if those same people don't want to deal with me no more, so be it. They done what they done. They gave me they gave me some warnings, and you know what? I just let them be. And besides, they got their own lives anyway. So why even make a fuss about that shit? It's annoying, but whatever. Yeah, dude, I think it's time for me to just, stop. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a boss's birthday, this and that, right? So we'll see. We'll just have to see, because I think I just found the wrong time to even get back with these guys, and all of a sudden they're seeing me. It's almost like a spoiled return, but at the same time, it was just a very, very atrocious return to the friend circle. So I think there's just been too many of that this year, and I'm at the point where I just want to need extended time to just stay away from them until I can better my surroundings. Okay, so I'm sorry if I did all that. I'm sorry if I came back so soon. Hell, I'm sorry I even came back way too soon. Having to reconnect with some of these guys before some of those guys have cut ties with me for good. So it is what it is, man. I think I just need to just let them be, because I don't want to, those guys, if they want no part of me no more, then there's no reason for some of them to complain that I didn't do this or I didn't do that. I didn't greet them on their birthday or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just trying to improve my mental health. I've already gone through way too much, and things are just not getting better for me just when I thought they were going to be. But unfortunately, a lot of things are just panning out the wrong way, and that's where I'm just so pissed off that I didn't even make it to a boss's birthday. And having asked the boss separately, and look, you know what, I'm not about to look. I'm not trying to be a rude mofo, but I'm not about to give Dewey any more money. I'm done and over with that. And I'm sorry that I had to block his other number again. I'm sorry. I'm just not ready to talk to him. I'm just not in that mindset. Okay. So whatever reason he has, just let it be. Once in a while, fine. But not if this is gonna be an all the time thing. Then I'm not about to go there. So unless it's a birthday present or a Christmas present, fine. Whatever, dude. I just thought I'd vent this out there, because I know this is another friendship issue topic that I just thought I'd get out of the way. So I'm through with that. So anyways, I'm gonna have more extended time away from my friend circle, because apparently it seems like nothing has gotten better for me, and until it gets better. And I'm at the point where this is where I finally showed my mental fatigue, because like I said in the other video, that it just seems like nothing is just going my way. Like, no matter how much efforts I give, as far as like lessening the stress load of my home life, and it's just all the same cycle. It's a repetitive same cycle. So it is what it is, man. That's why I think I'm just better off now, just with having more extended time, because I feel bad that like these guys are still gonna have to see me at my worst, and I'm better off just while they're not responding, I'm not gonna talk. So I'm just gonna let them be. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Maybe I can ask Nathan for some some therapeutic advice or whatever it is, and at least Mari's there. But I got people like Juan. I know he replies super late, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So I'm gone.